1991 was supposed to mark a new era for the World Sports Car Championship. New 3.5 litre, normally aspirated engine rules for the Group C formula was supposed to set it on a path to success throughout the 90s, with the engine rules common with Formula 1 at the time. Unfortunately, a big spiral in costs and not a big take-up in the new formula from other manufacturers meant that the formula was pretty much gone after just the single season in 1991, when Jaguar and Mercedes pulled out at the end of the season, leaving 1992 to be just a battle between Peugeot and Toyota before the championship was cancelled at the end of the 92 season. Sports car racing with it, on an international level, was gone. But a revival started in 1994. Jürgen Barth, Patrick Peter and Stefan Rattel got together to form the BPR GT series, a championship based around GT cars which were affordable and would turn out to be very popular over the season. It all kicked off at Paul Ricard, and the mix of cars showed that it was a popular move, with entries from a variety of Porsches, Ferrari and Lotus, along with specialist marques like Venturi. We're at Jarama today for another round of the series, the Jarama 2 Hours. We're driving a Mulsanne Racing Porsche 968 alongside Justin Bell, and as the cars are about to set off now on the warm-up lap, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the race. And you can see it's a Venturi on the pole, number 57 Troppinet and De Lesseps. We've got Delanoich and Anders Olofsson in the Ferrari F40 alongside on row number 1. Neugarten and Furte, another Venturi out of position 3, Pescarolo and Magay, another Venturi from position number 4, 5th Alliot and Hellery, 6th Grouillard and Bouchou, another all Venturi row, Jean-Pierre Jarier and Bob Wallach out of position 7 in their Gitane Porsche, Augusta and Basso in a Venturi out of position number 8, Whitmer and Trollet from 9, and the Puig brothers out of 10 in their Ferrari F40. Conrad and Netzebrand from 11. Doran and Pagato alongside another Porsche. Cowie and Fouche in the first of the Lotuses from position 13. Camp and Olczyk 14. And Venturi, another all Venturi row. There's a lot of them in the race. Capelli, Taverna, Schaffau and Froden. Hunkler and Peacock from 17, De Lesseps and Shem out of 18, 19 Ray Bell and Harry Nuttall in the Porsche, Serena and Dodonka out of 20, Graham and Burbu 21 in another Venturi, Kaufman and Ermgatz 22 in a Porsche, Habather and Lasuya 53 out of position number 23, D'Orleans and Saldana in the Ferrari from position 24, 25 Mastro Pietru and Steinbrecher in a Porsche, Torquil Tearing and David Kennedy in a Lotus from position number 26, 27 Calderari and Brenner in a Porsche, and from 28 Russ Dougman, Justin Bell were a long way back in our Porsche, 29 Marseille and Metz in a Porsche 944, the only one in the race, Magnani and Taverna are out of 30, 31 Lecoq and Boydrin in a Porsche, 32 Brossiat and Muna in another Porsche, and at the back of the field another Porsche, a lot of Porsches and Venturis in the race, Brada and GU, they're off the tail of the field. Rolling round to the end of the formation lap here at Jarama, the Jarama 2 Hours BPR GT Series, the return of international sports car racing. The GT base, we've got a Lotus in front of us, we've got a Porsche alongside us, a Venturi diagonally ahead of us, there's a Ferrari in there. We're coming around for the start of the race, bunching up, and green flag, we're away. Up through the gears, there's cars going everywhere on this rolling start. So we come down now to turn 1. Back off nice and early. The Lotus cuts across the front of us. Back to second gear. Just want to take it easy. Another Lotus, the green one. Car 64. Try and get him back. Up into the kink. Bounce over the curb. We'll see if we can get the Venturi. We can. Just trying to feel everything out. Very famous track, Jarama, former home of the Spanish Grand Prix. For both Formula 1 and for bikes. Through the kink with the Lotus going around the outside of us. Come up to the new bit, which was introduced for the 93. Oh, there's a problem. There's a car off. Yellow flag's out. Looks like a Venturi has gone around. Gonna have to go around it. All action on the first lap. We're on the new part of the track, which was introduced for the 1993 FIM Grand Prix, which was the final round of the 500cc World Championship that year. This is where it rejoins the original part. We go back to second gear at the bottom of the hill. So we managed to avoid the accident, but lost a lot of time. So we feel our way into this BPR GT series. We're in a GT3 class car, a Porsche 968. Oh, and we've been cleaned up by a Venturi under brakes. Didn't lose too much time, but we've copped a big whack up the back. Field's quite spread out already. To first gear for the hairpin. Could probably do it in second gear actually. First gear might be a bit low for that. As I said last time, before we got caught up, the track used to go sort of hard right here, but now we've got sort of a flowing downhill right-left. Into sort of a double apex long right-hander, which takes us back up the hill. So it's all just feeling our way in endurance racing. The end of the lap. Oof. A little bit tail happy. Tyres should be just about up to temperature by now. It's a warm day. Back to second gear. Chase down that Porsche ahead of us. Flow it through in second gear. I think it's quite good. Just with a full tank of fuel. The plan is to do about 40 minutes. Oh, and there won't be much more of that if we won't get anywhere near 40 minutes if we keep doing that. Do 40 minutes, hand over to teammate Justin Bell for the middle 40. And then we'll take over for the final run to the flag. And Mulsanne Racing Porsche 968. Much different cars to we've been driving most of our 94 season. We've seen the Class 2 2-litre touring car racing. Ride the curbs. Venturi was the car that got under us in the previous lap. There's a lot of them in the field. If anything, I think they were using the Venturis to sort of bulk the field up a bit in the early days. There's some famous names in the field. You've got Henri Pescarolo, Christophe Bouchou, Jean-Marc Goonan, Olivier Grouillard, Anders Olofsson, Michel Furte. Guys with plenty of Group C sports car racing experience. Jean-Pierre Jabouille and Jean-Pierre Jarrier. They're in a Gitane Porsche. Trying to find a rhythm in this car. Not getting too deep like that. It's quite an enjoyable car to drive, this one. Can really get it dancing. That's not good. The leader's coming through. That looks like Anders Olofsson in the red F40 and maybe the Bouchou Venturi. She's sharing with Olivier Grouillard. That F40, pretty much the star car in many ways. what are we, 10 minutes into the race, and looks like them two are in a bit of a class of their own. They've got half the straight on us. We haven't got a blue flag yet for third place. Building up, everything should be up to temperature now, so very awkward corner that one. We've got a lapped car coming past us. Perhaps they slid off because a yellow flag out. I didn't necessarily give them a lot of room, but the leaders around us were sort of in no man's land. As you can see in the top left, we're 16 seconds off the car ahead and we're 19 seconds in front of the car behind, so sort of found our natural place as Henri Pescarolo. Here's Von Cherry, goes around us. It's good to see so many stars of sports car racing. We're able to get drives in this GT series. Better through there. This is the hard corner to get right. In the second gear. Nudge from the passing car. Who is it? It's the Neugarten Michel Ferte Poncheri, and we got one of the other ones as well. Didn't quite catch the number. Into this left-hander, which they usually have a camera placed just at the base of the bridge. They used to catch the 500cc bikes pop over that hill in very spectacular fashion. Usually, well, and we've been nailed by the Gitane Porsche. Very aggressive lappery going on here. This car hasn't got a rear view mirror, so it's hard to see out the back of it. The Puig brothers Ferrari, and Antonio and Santiago Puig. Classic Ferrari red. Separately run car to the Delanoich Olofsson car, although they're painted similarly. Ferrari red, obviously. It's Strandell Racing running the Olofsson car. It's Augusta Racing running the Ferrari just ahead of us. Augusta Racing also running some Fonchieris. Oh, and oh, that is lucky. We can still go. We're going to have to pit. Oh, into the fence. We've got a puncture. So that's ruined us. Although in true endurance racing we'll keep going, but a nudge from the Venturi. So into the pits. Out we go. Back into it. Not very happy. I still want to know how the car can keep going after turning over that many times. So we'll keep going. My fault that started all that. Area of the track, and we're getting accosted by the lapped cars again. I'm obviously braking too early. about an initiation to GT racing. There's a car parked off to the right there, looked like one of the white Foncheries. Work to do. I guess this is all about learning. I wasn't necessarily expecting to win because I'm in a lower class car. So we'll just roll around, see what happens. Blind, it's hard to get the nose in. Some of these corners are quite blind. Across the line. Get out of the way of the car, Henri Pescarolo in the Foncheri. Just really finding my rhythm, and that accident's put us, dented the confidence a little bit. And the rhythm. Closing in on the car ahead. A bit of space for 13. The Ducati Michelin Pilot car. Oof. The lease plan Venturi comes around. AI very aggressive here. So they're coming up now to the 31st place car. In fact, there's been a bit of a touch. Which slows the Vonturis up. We make our way past the black and orange Porsche. So at least we're not last anymore. Last of the runners anyway. The yellow Vonturi's having a go at the 30 Neugarten car. And slides up the inside. Under the Bridgestone Bridge. There's our next target, which the two Vonturis are coming up on. Blue flag, we've been nudged. Blue and green Porsche. Take it easy. That's our next target up the inside. So we're into 30th. And there's 29th, just a little bit further down the road. So a couple of the lower class Porsches running around at the tail of the field, but fast cars and slow cars is what sports car racing is all about. Car 46. A little bit of a bump, but we're through. One minute gap now to the car ahead. An issue with these Vonturis because we shouldn't be staying with them. So even the yellow one's not getting away. Cherries all over us, is that? That's the Gitane Porsche of Jean-Pierre Jabouet. There must be a problem with the 30 car because look at that Porsche right over the inside of the curb. Surely that's a penalty. Yeah, they're scything past the 71 car, so we hadn't all of a sudden found some pace, we just found two Vonturis starting to limp, which is very early because we're only half hour into the race. Still gives us something to chase. Ahead of us. Of course, he was part of the mechanic on the side of the track there, or a marshal, or not quite sure why he's there. This is the 90s though, so the race will keep going. Michel Furte ahead of us in the Michelin Pilot Ducati Racing Venturi. Of course, he drove Group C sports cars. He was with Jaguar in the Silk Cut car, along with his brother Alain. Nice colour scheme. Can we get past? Oh. Second gear. Got another leader coming up behind us. A bit of room. Oh, roll off. It's a beautifully bright Venturi. Car number 25. Gave him a bit too much room there, but Venturis are having a battle. Only 3 of them now. In fact, the blue one almost looks like a Leighton House colour scheme, but no Leighton House on them. Got a bit of a nudge from behind. Like a Porsche it is. It's the Franz Conrad Coroysa car, and he's into the back of the light blue Venturi. We'll sit back and watch, I think. Oh, and we'll sit back and watch, and instead we'll drill the Venturi. To apologise for my scrappy driving so far. It's the AI is very aggressive. I'll tell the other Conrad Porsche, car number 41. Time on the cars ahead, but we're getting lapped. Just hampering us a little bit. Bushu goes around us. Goes the 56. I think we got, yep, Anders Olofsson in the number 40 Ferrari. So it's sort of 1, 2, 3, I think, in the race. Oh. Brenner and Enzo Calderari get around us there. This is lots of fun though. I kind of don't want to hand over to my teammate. Originally we would have been first scheduled stop about 40 minutes in, but maybe I'll run to an hour. Shorten up the second stint for Justin Bell. Who's obviously far more credentialed than me, but it's obviously to try and simulate endurance racing, especially on a channel like this. Got to introduce a bit of a second driver or AI element. By the same token, you guys want to see me drive, not the AI, because you can do that yourselves. So you've got to work out a way to have that hurts. We didn't have too bad of a run in our first Enduro, the Oran Park 250. This has been far more all over the place. Sitting 28th, there's been a retirement of another car. Oh. Back broke away. Great job of making time up on the car ahead. Sort of hovered around 40 seconds for a while. Doing a second gear. Give a bit of room to the lapped car. Another Venturi. There's a lot of them in the race. Best way around the corner, but it worked. This is a fun track when you got your rhythm down pat. A lot of double apex corners, which feel great when you get them right. Go wide, let the faster car through. Another Venturi. Closing back in on the Neugarten Furte car, so it's losing a lot of time. So it's obviously picked up some damage or something, which has hurt the aero, knowing the way GTR2 damage model works. Tight turn one. There's the Lotus. Chamberlain Racing running them. Chamberlain Engineering rather, to give it its proper name. We'll let him go because they're all getting held up by the Porsche here. That red Venturi lost out big time because the Lotus has got under it. We've got under it. Across the strike. Lotus all over the Venturi. Because this Porsche front engine, rear wheel drive. Not your typical Porsche, and in many ways not your typical sports car. Of the 90s anyway. roll on here. Up to the 47 Porsche. Use a bit of grass just to be safe. That's another Venturi. I thought it was the 71 car, but it's the 32. We'll just take our time here. It won't be like the AI. We will in the end, because it was a bit silly of me, but flag, is that's 68, which will ease off and let through. It's the 32, the similarly coloured Venturi to the 71 car. It's 32 being driven by Philip Alliot. Another one of the stars in the field, another one of the stars in a Venturi. Dirt. Second gear. Well, I think is the leading Venturi slides through. That's the apex there. Ferrari go, Anders Olsen. That's the battle for the lead, I think. Thought for the 94 season I'd choose a lower class car just to feel my way in. See how these Enduros work. car up ahead pitting, which we'll be looking to do shortly. So we've been very lucky in this race so far. That rollover early on didn't do as much damage as it could have. I was shocked it restarted actually. Scrappy there. Across the line. So we've done 30 laps. Oh! I was trying to get out of his way and I think we've lost the splitter. So we're nearing pit time. Yeah, got no front downforce. Just understeering. So we'll come to the pits. Justin Bell will take over. Bit annoying. Disappointing more than anything. So, okay, we'll come to the pits. Justin Bell to take over to do a stint. So the crew wave Justin Bell back into the action. As we approach the 1 hour mark in the race, you can see Venturi in the pits behind us. Henri Pescarolo's car. So Bell rejoins the action down into turn 1. A host of Venturi's right in behind him. He gets a nudge from the red one, just in behind the Michel Ferte Neugarten car. So we've got a lot of work to do to make up ground. Caught in behind a little Porsche here as they come up to the first left-hander. Venturi dives up the inside, as you can see. Up into the tight right as we head up the hill. So Bell just looking to find a bit of clear space, which he did. As we approach the end of the lap, the downhill dive into the left-hand hairpin. Slowly making our way back up the order. Bell's 10 laps into his stint here. Down into the second last corner and out of the race we go. Suspension failure unfortunately for the Porsche, possibly caused by my accident in the first stint. But that's a real disappointment, but part of endurance racing comes with the territory. No restarts in this. We just take it for what it is and move on to the next race. At the time of our retirement, the Cowie Lotus had the lead through a bit of pit stop strategy and a bit of attrition at the front, and they developed a nice little lead over the Neugarten Verte Venturi. One of the fastest cars in the race. Not sure how it fell behind the lower class Lotus. The Conrad Porsche running in third at this point in the race. A bit out of sequence on pit stops. And as the race got towards the end, the race leader, the Cowie Lotus, fitted new tyres. And you'll see that when they drop it off the jacks, it doesn't move. Out of the race lead, and what would have been a very famous victory goes begging for the Lotus mark. The Kaufmann-Irmgard's Porsche, it had been slowly making its way up the order. It pitted around the same time, changed tyres, and they'd get back into the race, running in the top 5. Verte inherited the race lead and then promptly broke down, pulling over to the side of the track here. And all this going on had allowed the Sirena Dodonka Venturi to get into the top positions and take over the race lead. They were running a conservative strategy and just slowly worked their way up from a low grid position. And they were looking to be amongst the place getters at the end of the race. So here's how the top 6 wound up after 2 hours of racing, all on the lead lap. And it's the Sirena Dodonka Venturi that takes the win. 73 laps completed, just 6.7 seconds ahead of the Conrad Netzebrand Porsche. Kaufmann and Irmgard's third, Whitmer and Trollet in the Venturi fourth, Capelli Taverna fifth, and in sixth place Doran and Pagotto in the Porsche. So a Venturi and Porsche dominated top 6. Quite an interesting race. It's a real pity we didn't get to do more of it with Bell dropping out, but that's the nature of endurance racing, and you have to take retirements if they happen. That's the way it works, that's the way I race. In real life you can't redo, so we won't be redoing either in this. We'll be doing another BPR event soon. Thank you for watching, and we'll be back for more soon. Bye for now.